Give me the most unhinged, harmless things you ever did while you were obsessed with a fandom. And I don't mean creating a fan account, I mean what was a little insane. For me, I attached a paper eye to a headband and went to see Sea of Monsters in theaters. And I counted the days from 365 to 0 for the Mockingjay Part 2 release. I made a fan account. Yes, I know you said no fan accounts, but this wasn't any fan account. It was a Winona Ryder fan account, and the username was WinonaVirus. And the profile photo for said account was a picture of Winona's face edited onto the coronavirus. This was in 2020, by the way. Back when Yuri on Ice was poppin', I used to go on daily 5-hour straight binges on Tumblr looking at art. Still amazed that there was even that much fan art to consume. I changed my legal last name to the character's name. No regrets. I behaved like Elliot from Mr. Robot, got his haircut, got into computers and hacking, got into drugs, developed an addiction. I used to get obsessed over fictional characters and try to emulate them without realizing it. I'm fine now. I wrote a gay fanfiction in my school's story writing competition and got first place. The prize was a Bible. I was super obsessed with Undertale when I was a kid, to the point where I'd get in trouble with my teacher for drawing Sans during recess. Not for any reason other than the fact that he looked demonic. So out of retaliation, for the art fair I painted this huge Sans piece and won like 3rd place. Cooking very bad pasta for Undertale's anniversary. On purpose. I ate everything and acted like Papyrus cooked it, and I didn't want to tell him how awful it was. Trying to hypnotize myself into being Sans Undertale via a YouTube hypnosis video that was just a blue screen with Megalovania playing. Learned anatomy to be able to draw Rule 34 of my fave ships. Joined an art class to make better fan art. Now I have a master's degree in art. Actively sought out, applied, and got accepted into a private tech school so I could take IT, because I wanted to program my own Danganronpa fan game. Got a criminal justice degree because of BBC Sherlock. Have yet to have any employment directly related to that degree. LMAO. My comfort character died, and I spent 2 months being more depressed than normal because I was mourning him. My parents were worried I was going through something serious at school. Once, when one of my fave characters died on screen, I told the server at dinner that night there was a death in my family. The main character died, and I cried, and as proof of me crying, I put my tears on an index card and showed my friends. My friends and I had a physical list of which fictional characters belonged to who. We traded and fought for some of them. Me and my friends used to talk in British accents on One Direction's birthdays. The fandom was so small that I made like 5 different accounts and commented on my own art and fics. I watched the show 15 times in English, 7 times in my native language, and 22 times in Japanese. I have attachment issues, I know. I swore I wouldn't start learning German because of a TV show. I'm now on day 426 on Duolingo. Was very, very close to genuinely learning archery for a character I adored. Stopped liking him a week later. I woke up my dad at 5 a.m. to tell him that the Percy Jackson show was confirmed while I was crying. I cried in my mother's arms when BTS enlisted. Printed out my first fanfic and made my parents read it. Oh god, the horror. I was fully committed to writing a fanfiction on a typewriter to feel like a real author. The sounds of my typewriter clacking away haunted my household. I made a fanfic, but it was on my family computer, and I didn't know how the internet worked, so my dad found it, and found out I had a crush on a grown-ass man from his favorite TV show, and he kept calling me over, yelling, "Your boyfriend is on TV!" And I would shamefully run into the room. I drew small alternate universe Sans Undertales and cut them out and kept them in an empty coffee jar. And when my dad tried to throw the jar away, I cried. I obtained legal ownership of the character I was obsessed with after the series was cancelled. I was so obsessed with the Phantom of the Opera that I dressed like a Victorian woman, to the best of my abilities as a 13 to 14-year-old, for like a year and a half in middle school. I said horrid instead of horrible to everything for a year because I was so obsessed with the 2019 Little Women. I said instead of yes for 2 years because that's how they said yes in Stitch's language. I did this at home and school. We had a Valentine's Day formal when I was in 7th grade, and I brought my Makoto Tachibana body pillow as my date to school. I once had 9 cardboard cutouts of Vic Fuentes. My Vic army. The local Subway had a cardboard cutout of Peeta Mellark from Hunger Games, and when I was like 11, I gave them my mom's number to let us know when the cutout was no longer being used, and I brought that thing home and learned how to kiss on it. I don't know why I'm outing myself on the internet, but I had a crush on Orlando Bloom / Legolas when I was 12, and kissed his Lego minifigure. Every single night for 2 years, I would hug my pillow before I fell asleep and pretend that it was actually Applejack because I was literally so in love with her. I wanted to get married. I used to sleep with a picture of my favorite gaming YouTuber watching over me while I slept because it comforted me. I took an Adderall, prescribed, don't worry, and spent 12 hours straight drawing Pedro Pascal entirely in purple because he said it was his favorite color in an interview once. I started hearing their voices in my head when I was going through tough stuff. And it wasn't, "You got this." It was like, "Girl, shut your goofy up. This ain't that bad. What if I came and gave you a reason to cry, bro?" And it brought me back every time. I created my own original character that was married to Zuko from Avatar, and gaslit my TikTok followers into thinking she was a character that was removed by the creators. Pretending I was a journalist and obtaining the link to see the preview movie of my favorite actor of that time. I stalked a member of the cast of a certain musical on the internet so hard, I found out he had a secret child. I went to Matthew Gray Gubler's house and just kind of stared at it for a while. I genuinely considered trying to befriend a YouTuber by befriending people in the outer fringes of their social circle, making my way inwards over time. I started planning it out for a while before I realized this was parasocial stalker behavior and consequently stopped. Let's just say a light switch cover I painted is in the miraculous Ladybug voice director's bathroom. I sent telepathic messages to George Lucas and Mark Hamill with advice on how to improve the new Star Wars movies. I downloaded 3,000 plus images of a character from this fandom. Had to delete them all after an intervention. I have an entire Google Sheets file that I use to catalog all Warrior Cats names and statistically analyze all the different prefixes and suffixes based on how frequent they are, their gender ratio, their popularity with certain clans, etc. I wish I was kidding. I once reread the entirety of the Mortal Instruments series and counted every single character, named and unnamed, that ever appeared. Just because. Sadly, I lost my journals due to a flood, so I don't even have that list anymore. I left my window unlocked at age 14 in case Peter Pan wanted to come get me. Someone accused me of tracing my art. I was, and I yelled at them and gaslit them so much they deleted their account. Always felt bad about that one. My sincerest apologies to the moderators of Alexander Hamilton and John Lawrence Wikipedia pages. I was young and didn't know better, and I sincerely regret my actions and deeds. Someone decided to change 2 names on the G-Force Wiki, the movie about the guinea pig spies, to 2 characters from Danganronpa. So I decided, how fun would it be if I changed every name to Danganronpa characters so the plot was the same, just with different character names? My Wikipedia account got banned for vandalism. I started a petition for the villain of Cars 2 to get a redemption arc in a sequel. I took that ratty piece of paper with me everywhere. Church, sports, recitals, restaurants, traveling, you name it. I got over 150 signatures from people across 10 different states. I never actually sent it to Pixar. Big thank you to my Patreon members, my Little Ruse, Kuski55, Nebulatic Vexen, Donka42, I Am a Noodle, John Huang, Laser Scorpio, Night Avenger, Mintara, Somnophobic Danny, Savage Otters, Valzy, Terabyte AIX, Kestrel, Dragonborn Canid, and Angie Ender. Thank you so much for extra support on Patreon. It means the world to me. Hope you guys are doing well. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your kindness. The same goes to my YouTube channel members, my Mini Ruse, Taylor Thompson, Foxstar Killer, and This Person 10. Thank you so much for extra support. I'm so glad to have you be a part of my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well too. Thanks for sticking around and being so sweet. And thank you to everyone else for watching. Let me know what the craziest things you've done for a fandom are, because I don't think I really have an answer off the top of my head. I can't think of anything crazy I've done because I was a fan of something. So let me know your stories so I can live vicariously through you. I'd enjoy that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, thanks for being here. I hope you guys have a great day, night, week, month, springtime, all the times. I hope they're good for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.